Вот кладбище Подмосковья, Красногорск. По всему кладбищу вот такие вот могилки.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Warthog Defense. Some set in Ukraine's southern direction. A Russian fuel depot went up in flames after a precision strike by Ukrainian MiG-29. This wasn't just a random hit. Fuel depots are the lifeline of any advancing army. Targeting logistics is becoming a key of Ukraine's new strike strategy, and this one landed right on target.
A Ukrainian MiG-29 recently struck a Russian fuel depot in the Tetkino area of the Kursk region, another precise hit in a growing campaign. This isn't just about one explosion. Kursk is a vital logistical hub for Russian operations along the northeastern front. It's where troops, fuel, ammunition, and drones are moved, stored, and launched toward Ukrainian territory. By targeting fuel depots, command posts, and drone infrastructure in the region, Ukraine is trying to choke the supply lines before Russian forces even reach the border. These strikes also force Russia to divert air defenses deeper into its own territory, weakening frontline protection. Attacks like this MiG-29 strike send a clear message: nowhere is safe, and Ukraine is expanding the battlefield far beyond the trenches. Ukrainian military intelligence primary drones are now targeting high-value Russian assets deep in Donbas, following earlier strikes in Crimea. Their latest hits: 3 Podlyot radars, 2 Nebu SV systems, 2 S-300V launchers, and a P-18 radar. Ukraine's GUR, its Military Intelligence Directorate, has become one of the most effective and aggressive arms of the war effort. From deep sabotage missions behind enemy lines to drone strikes on strategic targets in Russia, the GUR operates in the shadows but delivers results in the open. They're behind many of the most daring attacks on bridges, command posts, even Moscow. Blending intelligence with action, the GUR is Ukraine's spearhead in asymmetric warfare. Russians are angry about how they treat their special military operation heroes. Those are the graves of special military operation soldiers. This is how they bury their fighters. Just mounds on a hill. It's a disaster. No headstones, nothing, complains a Russian voice at the cemetery in Krasnogorsk, near Moscow. Across Russia, the graves of soldiers killed in the so-called special military operation are increasingly left neglected or even vandalized. This is causing anger and frustration among families and pro-war supporters who see it as a betrayal of the sacrifice made by these men. Many cemeteries report stolen memorials, overgrown plots, and little official care. For a country that claims to honor its fallen, the reality on the ground is fueling quiet resentment and raising hard questions about how much the state really values its war dead. The United States will send its next Patriot air defense system to Germany rather than Switzerland in order to speed up Berlin's promised delivery of 2 Patriot batteries to Ukraine, the Wall Street Journal reported, citing 3 U.S. officials. The reports come a day after the Swiss Defense Ministry announced that expected deliveries of U.S. Patriots would be delayed due to the U.S. State Department's decision to prioritize Ukraine. Washington will instead deliver the next Patriot system off the production line to Germany to replace 2 Patriots from its own arsenal that Berlin will ship to Kyiv, the WSJ reported. The move marks the first time the Pentagon has facilitated weapons deliveries to Ukraine since U.S. President Donald Trump said on July 7th that he supported additional military aid. Trump later unveiled a plan to funnel weapons to Ukraine via a NATO and EU-backed scheme in which alliance members purchase US-made arms for Kyiv. When announcing the plan on July 14th, Trump said some Patriot systems and missiles could arrive in Ukraine within days. The Trump administration plans to negotiate individual deals with NATO members on weapons purchases for Ukraine. One senior US official told the WSJ, these deals will include offensive and defensive weapons that countries will provide to Ukraine and then repurchase from Washington. Germany, Norway, Denmark, the Netherlands, Sweden, the UK, Canada, and Finland have already committed to supporting the initiative, a NATO official said. Trump previously told reporters on July 16th that Patriot air defense missiles and other weapons were already en route to Ukraine from Germany, though Germany's defense ministry said it had no knowledge of any such shipment. The WSJ did not report an expected date of delivery for the German-provided Patriot systems bound for Ukraine. Ukraine's need for US-made Patriot batteries and ammunition has gone from urgent to desperate in recent months as Russia has dramatically escalated its campaign of aerial terror against cities across the country. Civilian casualties have mounted as large-scale drone and missile attacks overwhelm Ukraine's air defenses night after night. US Ambassador to NATO Matthew Whitaker said on July 17th that Washington is moving with haste to facilitate weapons shipments to Ukraine under Trump's new plan. The US has previously delivered 3 Patriot batteries to Ukraine, while Germany has provided 3 more. A European coalition has contributed 1 additional battery, though not all are currently operational due to routine maintenance. Ukrainian Secret Service SBU officer Ivan Voronich, recently assassinated by Kremlin agents, was involved in operations targeting Russia's Nord Stream pipeline and Black Sea Fleet, according to The Times. He reportedly worked under Colonel Roman Chervinsky, linked to multiple covert actions. Ukrainian soldiers at the front are gearing up to watch Usyk versus Dubois. The Ukrainian southpaw landed a flush left hook to seal a 5th-round knockout win and become undisputed heavyweight champion for a second time. Robert Madyar, Brovdi. NATO member security doctrines require urgent revision. I don't know which NATO member state is capable of defending even one of its cities while enduring 200 to 300 Shahed drones every single day, 7 days a week, without pause.
Our experience will be invaluable for the entire sensible world, because any country might face such a prospect. I don't know which NATO member country is capable of defending any specific city while receiving at least 200 to 300 Shaheds non-stop, 7 days a week. Therefore, your national securities require a rather prompt review. I travel abroad rarely. This is my 2nd visit, and by this time tomorrow, I will already be at the front. But I visited a year ago a military base of one of the NATO members in Europe. They showed me such an organized military facility with a lot of equipment of the appropriate color, of the appropriate quality. They asked me what I thought about what I saw. My answer did not please them much. Without coming closer than 10 kilometers to that place, 4 teams of Ukrainian pilots would turn it into Pearl Harbor in 15 minutes. I am not saying this to scare anyone. I say that these technologies are so accessible and cheap that if they fall into the hands of terrorists, those 100 terrorists could overturn the order of any country. Therefore, our struggle, our joint struggle with partners, is in our mutual interests today. Ours is at the cost of lives, and yours is at the cost of gaining our experience, which we will pass on to those sensible countries in the world that stand for good and support Ukraine. Drones today are the most relevant modern weapon. Today, a modern global doctrine for the use of unmanned systems is being written by Ukrainian warriors with the support of partners. And this modern global system should later be integrated into your national security systems.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.